Hey guys, Lizardlea here. I am literally just here to show you guys how to put your fabric into this stand because I did not include that in the video of when I put it together. So I need to figure out where I'm going to put the camera. I'll be back. Alright, I think this will work. So first thing I'm going to do is actually undo what I have. So these guys, when you eventually get them, pop right off. They do leave an indentation, so either, keep it towards the edges as much as possible or be prepared to iron your work. And again, just like the bottom, pop right off. Oops. So, it's very wobbly, so it can be very difficult to try and keep it in one place. But these ones, you want to keep as tight as possible so that this doesn't move as much. And I start with the top generally when I start, but obviously you can start with the top or the bottom. But there's an indent here, and that's where, there we go, this little tooth right here just pops right into there with your fabric. So this opening, the indent, I have it facing towards me so I can see it. And you get it as tight as possible because you don't want it to move anywhere. And then you line up your fabric where you want it. I'm just going to put it right back where I had it. But I always try and leave a little bit of excess fabric. That way, if for whatever reason I tug on this or anything, if it's right at the end, the fabric might pop out of it. And then that's not going to work. So that's why you can see with my indent, I've got some extra fabric above that. But yeah, you want to line it up so it's straight. It lines up with this, because if you have it like that, that's obviously I'm taking it to the extreme, but even if it's slightly off center, it's going to be really difficult to work. At least, the lower you get. There we go. Oops. So I generally start from the right, and then you just pop them into the tooth there. And there we go. So there's the top, and then you loosen this one, and you just start to pull it, and just have it wrap around itself until you get towards, oops, you just have to keep loosening it. Until you get towards the end of the other side. So that's here, right there. So again, as you can see with the indent, I leave some excess. So right there, and then I tighten this again. And you don't have to, but I try to hold on to this to keep it as tight as possible because I like having my fabric very taut. So again, I like the lip facing me, so I'm going to tighten this one. Probably should have done this beforehand. There we go. Okay. So that guy is not moving anywhere, and I can do that now. And so there we go. I also again start from the right. You don't have to. You could start in the middle if you want. Actually, you know what? Maybe I will start in the middle. Because if you don't line it up properly, like, oh, there we go. They're not easy to move here, but you can. They do slide. But if you can get it to line up without having to make them slide, it's a lot easier. So there we go. And there is that. So I'm going to loosen this one again. So I'm going to pull this one tight. And that's where I'm about to start working. So I want that to be about the middle. There we go. So tighten that. Tighten that. Ooh, maybe a little bit lower. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. There we go. And then I'm going to pull this one tight again. There we go. So, there we go. And now I'm going to work in the middle and the right. And obviously, if you ever realize that it's not straight, you can just undo it, redo it. Or, like when I finish these two and I'm ready to move along, I'm going to loosen the bottom, loosen the top, pull the tight top, tighten it again, and then, yeah. I think I did that out of order. Okay, so I'm going to loosen these guys. I'm going to put the bottom where I want it. Yeah, so I like I just did. I'd put the bottom here. I'd tighten it, and then I'd pull the top to where I want it to get this area centered. I don't know if this is making any sense. I'm sorry. I'm talking weird. But yeah, it's just a matter of, I think the hardest part is getting it to line up properly, because if it's not lined up, it's not going to be tight where you need it, and it's just going to be difficult to work with, because if it's not straight, that's like, I don't know, maybe it's like my OCD or something. It's difficult for me if it's not lined up. So it's not as easy as a frame. I think the Q-snaps are significantly easier, but it's not as bad as a hoop, because the hoops just leave that ring around everything, versus this just leaves a ring at the very end. So yeah, that's all that I've got. Like, subscribe, share, comment, all that jazz. And I hope you found this helpful, Debbie. So I believe in you. You got this. And I'll see you guys in the next video.